The Tom London Show is brought to you by Suzuki Gaahele, the home of happy customers. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
I feel good.
Thank you very much.
And today I'm very excited because joining us on the show this afternoon is a former colleague of mine. We go back to Radio Today days when Stan Katz called me one afternoon in 2017 and said, "Do you want to have coffee with me?" And I said, "Sure." And we had coffee and he said, "I want you to do the breakfast show on South Africa's smallest radio station." And I said, "I'm in." And I went along to this little radio station called Radio Today, which was in Rosebank back in the day, and it was running on petrol fumes and prit and spit. And I think they were able to pay me for 1 month, and I stayed for 2. And so it's the shortest show I ever did, apart from a couple of shows at Power FM in my radio career. But the show got submitted for the Liberty Radio Awards in 2018, and it won the Best Breakfast Show Award for 2 months' work. So I want to introduce you to one of my former team members on that show, Gaahele Mokgoro. Yay! How's it?
It's going.
All right,
you're lovely and fantastic memories. You know what's my favorite moment about those days, Tom? Let me tell you. I always tell
Waking
the
up
story
at 3:30 in the morning?
Well, I love that part.
Really?
When you would like shout and then you would say, "Teamwork makes the dream work," and then the news jingle would drop.
I always changed it around. I think teamwork I think you should change it to "Dreamwork makes the teamwork," just to confuse people.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
but
I
just
think
as
at that
proof,
time
because I said before we went on air, I said I'm going to show everyone. This is our award we won. See, Best Breakfast Show, 2018 Liberty Radio Awards. I'm very proud of that. I mean, we had two months and we kicked the industry's backside. Now, what happened to Alistair? He was there one moment and now he's gone. Let me just bring him back because he's the other part of this today. And you are, as you watch the show, wherever you are in South Africa or around the world, we thank you for joining us. I'm just going to, it shouldn't be a second that we get Alistair back on, I hope. Oh, start. Yeah, that's me. And buttons. I pressed the wrong buttons, man. Okay, there it is there. Right. All right. Yeah, we can hear you. We just can't see you yet. Hold on a second. There you are. All right. Alistair's there. Yay! And the Welterfreden Park go crazy for the man in Primrose Hill. He got 1,500 people under him, but he's not the boss. They're the Zammers underneath him in Germiston.
Don't forget. Making a double.
Yeah, so you got a thank you from the young lady that we gave the chessboard to the other day?
I got a couple of messages from her yesterday, or this morning was it, saying thank you very much. She's very happy with it.
Fantastic.
She was totally blown away by the size of everything.
Oh, really? Yeah. Well, I didn't know how big this chessboard was because when we played the video, which I'm going to play now, I mean, I don't know. You can't really tell the size from the video we showed. But then you sent this photograph through to us of her with the chessboard. This was her thank you photograph. So there we go. There's a young Amani, 15 years old, doing well in the chess world. And that board looks as big as my house, man.
Let me put it another way. When I went to the courier company, and by the way, a big shout out to the guys at Courier Guy in Bedford View. The board itself weighed 6.2 kilograms.
6 kilograms?
Yep.
Stop that! It's the Sanson crowd. They don't understand kilogram. Don't you boo the 6 kilograms.
The chess pieces themselves was an additional 6.5 kilograms.
Well, what, the whole thing is 12 kilos?
Yep. And it went to her in 2 enormous boxes.
My goodness, that's the weight of that's the weight of a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
Wow. Gee, I didn't know it was that big.
I'm guessing it was about a little over half a meter by half a meter squared.
No wonder it took you 3 weeks to make the thing.
Yeah. So it's not from the fact that it was so big. It was the gluing together of all the board
My
pieces
goodness,
and the
yeah, it's too much for me.
painting
think
and the
my
whatever. Yeah?
My attention span doesn't last that long. Well done. Well done. So just before we went on air, I introduced Gaahele to Alistair because they haven't met. And Gaahele said, oh, that's an interesting, what did you say? Something about these names?
Like, I was like, I have not heard of an Alistair in a very long time. It's almost like a dying breed.
Oh, okay. That means that we're special. Come on.
I've been waiting for this day. I've been waiting for the day that I put Gaahele and Alistair on at the same time. I have been waiting for this day. So you reckon you don't come across too many? Well, you know what? People don't call their kids Alistair anymore. I don't think. I don't know of any young Alistairs. All the kids today have Irish names, but there was a period, I don't know if it was the movies or something, but for all of a sudden, especially there in the northern suburbs of Joburg, every kid is a Keegan, a Tristan, a Royden, a thisden, and it didn't stop. We went Irish for a while.
Absolutely. So, Alistair, tell us, are you Irish?
I have Scottish heritage.
Don't start.
And the surname would hearken to Irish heritage, so I'm not sure.
There we go. He doesn't know. He doesn't know, but he's an atheist. Yeah, he does. He does know
We'll have
that.
many robust engagements. We'll debate me and Alistair.
Yeah, he doesn't. He at least we know that about him. And don't ask him about his CV because it varies from chess making to he showed me dry vorse making he was doing the other day. This is a man of many talents. He's acted in Hollywood movies, adverts. You've been a security officer. You've been a million different things. Yeah.
I'll be a waiter.
And a waiter. So if you want to know about waitering or security work or Hollywood movie work, you ask Alistair.
Oh wow. Okay, fantastic. That seems like you've lived quite a bit of life there, hey?
It's all
As
been
expected
crammed
of
into
an
the last
Alistair.
15 years.
Shall we go to the comment section and see what people have to say as they join us today? Just remember, this is an interactive show. If you join us live, your part of the show is in the comment section. Your comments, your questions, the things you've got to say. Let's see who's on board. Gail Mortensen has joined us. So has Margaret Geider. Marlene Falkenberg says, hi, everyone. Patsy Riddle and Kay says, good afternoon, everybody. Rosie is on board. Hello, Rosie. Mandy is on board. Una Geider says, hello, everyone. Lacquer sick, but not missing a show. Tom, stay inside. Influenza B and whooping cough is rampant out there. Tell me about it. I went to shoot videos yesterday, and everyone I came across had the flu. And I'm like, so here's what's going on in my mind at the moment. I am, what's today, the 21st? Or 22nd?
22nd.
22nd.
Tomorrow's my sister's birthday, so...
So 22nd?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Oh, 21st today. So I am 5 days away from 1 year ago. I was admitted to Helen Joseph Hospital, not being able to breathe. So I'm about to celebrate my 1 year anniversary of being alive, because I shouldn't be. And then, so as you get closer to this 1 year mark, you start worrying, don't get sick. Every little cough you've got, every little twitch of your nose, you're like, uh-oh. And so I've been doing well. And then yesterday I went out, everybody out there sick, like from the Uber driver there to the Uber driver back. And the guy that drove me back, he was so worried about being hijacked in his Uber that he's disabled the windows. So you can't put the windows down. All of them. I think it was just an excuse. I think his windows are bust, but he told me it was a security measure. I don't know. What do you think, Gaahele?
It's a good one, though.
It's a good one, eh?
Absolutely.
But it was hot yesterday. It was been fine. I mean, it happened in the middle of winter yesterday, and I had a hoodie on and a thick top, and I sweated. It was like a sauna all the way home. But I think that sweated any disease out of me, because I felt a little off last night, but today I'm back to normal. So I'm happy about that. I'm okay.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm all right. But there is
Because, wow, hey, you put us through the ringer, my guy. You put us through the ringer. We were praying on our knees day
I didn't even know how serious it was. I didn't even know how serious it was. I didn't research what was happening to me. I didn't Google nothing. I had no idea how serious it was. And then only afterwards, when I came out of theater, I looked at my brother in ICU and I managed to get 2 words out. I said, big one, big one. That was a big one. And then I realized, oh, that was a big one. And then I was speaking to a friend of mine who's a surgeon last night, and he was saying, hey, Tom, do you know how close you came? And I was like, yeah, I'm starting to realize it. So I'm very so I'm happy to be alive. I don't know about you two. Are you happy to be alive, Alistair?
Always happy to be alive, Tom.
Let me tell you, Tom, this is the best time to be alive. I mean, we have air fryers now.
Oh, no. Have you gone to the dark side with the air fryer brigade? That's the whole of the northern suburbs plus you.
I have every intention of being an air fryer. Of course.
Every mom in the northern suburbs of Joburg who has never cooked in their lives before, relied on Woolworths takeaways and restaurant meals and ready-made meals, all of a sudden they're cooks because you just dump everything in the air fryer.
Yeah. Welcome to this era of if you're not with us, you're going to suffer. You're going to take forever to cook. We've got air fryers now. Why wouldn't you want to be alive in this particular era?
I don't get air fryers. Alistair, you got an air fryer?
I got an air fryer. We
Oh,
had some from the air fryer
no.
last night.
For once I agree with the crowd here. You've joined the air fryer side. Really?
Yeah.
Welcome to the dark side, Alistair.
You go to Texas, you go to Woolworths, you go to Pick and Pay, whichever one you go to.
Yeah.
You go to the freezer section. You get yourself a box of pies and you dump them in the air fryer, and 20 minutes later you're eating supper.
This is the whole thing. What you just said, dump them in the, it's not a terribly sophisticated way of cooking, I don't think.
Can I give you an alternative, Alistair? What you can also do, you can pass by the butchery, grab a packet of mince, go to the veggie side, get some tomatoes, onions, and then go and get yourself a packet of puff pastry with your air fryer. You go home, you fry your onions, add your tomatoes, add the mince, salt and pepper. There you go. You put it into your puff pastry, and you've got a homemade pie.
What, you put it in the air fryer?
You dump it. Once again, you dump it in the air fryer.
Dump it in the air
fryer.
Dump it in the air. What do you literally do? Because it's got a basin or whatever you slide into the machine.
Yeah.
Yes.
And everything goes into that basin.
What's the difference between putting everything into an air fryer and just hitting 180 degrees on the oven and popping it in the oven?
Well, because the oven costs a lot of money. It's astronomical, you know.
What,
and,
the electricity use? Oh, really?
Yeah.
So the air fryer is cheaper?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. All right.
And it's quicker.
Heather Nickelbine says, hello, all my friends. It's like a pressure cooker for frying things. Heather Nickelbine says, hello, all my friends. So happy to see you all. Gail says, congratulations, Tom, for the Best Breakfast Show Award. Yeah, that was 2018, but I'll take the congratulations. Thank you. Patsy McKeegan says, I'm in the UK and listening. Hello, Patsy. Welcome to the show. Everyone say hi to Patsy. Anita number 1 says, hello, all my dysfunctionals. Margaret Guida says, oh, what a nice award, Tom, for your breakfast show. Press the right button show. Yeah. Emily Hudson says, hi, my beautiful people watching today. Welcome, Emily. Good to have you on board. Glennis Holiday is laughing. Glenda says, good afternoon, everybody. Patricia's on board. Calvin joins us on the YouTube channel, and a shout out to anybody watching us on YouTube. It's a small channel of mine, but it's growing. The people who watch it are dedicated, and I thank you for that. Thanks for joining us, Calvin, on the YouTube channel. It's your birthday, Calvin. You need to party like it's your birthday, Calvin. Get on like it's your birthday, Calvin. Margaret Guida says, what a lovely girl you are, Amani. That's the young lady who won the chessboard. Marlene says, lovely chessboard. Gail says, what a beautiful photo of Amani in the chess set. Anita says, oh my God, that's huge. Alistair? It's huge.
Well, don't make me blush now.
Oh. Alistair has a rather large chessboard. Margaret Guida says, your blue top suits you, Tom. You can wear it again if you like. Thank you. I get permission, you see. We still don't know. Yeah, we still don't know if I'm allowed to cut my hair or not. Some people say yes, some people say no. I don't know. It's a bit of a problem. Like Stefano de Meris chess set in Days of Our Lives, massive and quality. says Una Guida. Anita Maynard says, still no Tanya. Oh, yeah, Tanya is back next week. She's actually scuba diving at the moment. First, she said to me, I can't tell me, I just got back. I said, you know the deal. You're going to tell me when you're ready to come back to the show. And she said, okay, next Tuesday. And I said, great. And then she said, besides, I'm going to be diving at 3 o'clock. And I was like, so that's the real reason she's bunking. She's scuba diving. She's under the ocean at the moment.
He's commenting.
Is she commenting? Is she there?
Yeah. I saw her comment.
This is very weird. We'll get to the comments in a moment. Gail E. Mortensen says, welcome, Gaahele. Lovely to have you on the Tom London Show. Hi, everyone. Love that color shirt on you. This old top. This old top. And I mean it when I say that. I was looking the other day. I was looking at clothes in my cupboard, and I was going, how old is that T-shirt? And then it was like 20 years old. Yeah, about 21 years old. So these tops are literally, I mean, this is probably 15 years old, this top, this old. Well, thank goodness for cameras, because in real life you would see the little holes that the parrots have bitten in the shoulder.
That's exactly. You're so smack bang on fashion. Let me take clothes with holes.
Really? Is that what the celebrities are wearing? Really? Well, they say if you wait long enough, what you've got will come into fashion. Yeah, Margaret Guider says, pleased to meet you, Gaahele. I've seen 3 different spellings of your name so far because you weren't called Alistair. I mean, that's Alistair's easy for the Watts to spell, you know. But Gaahele, how the hell you got white people all over going, how the hell do you spell that name? What did you say her name was, Tom? Gaahele, how do you spell that? We've got K-A-L-L-E-E, Gaahele. We've got all sorts of different spellings.
No, definitely not.
All right, so you're forced to spell your name now.
Yes, absolutely. It starts with a G, people. G. G for great. A for apple. Another A for apple. H for Hawaii. And E for elephant. L for love. And another E for elephant. Let's say it all together.
Gaahele.
There we go. See?
Why don't we just use Lady D?
No, you know, we've done that too many times in this country. I'm sick and tired of Lady G, Mr. T, and all these. Man, just practice saying someone's name, for goodness sake. Just practice.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But you know what? Now, I won't lie. Even though I have a difficult name, I have a lazy tongue.
Me too.
I've also got problems with some difficult name. Labuskach.
Really?
All you do is go Australian.
Australian? What do you do?
They say Labuschagne.
Oh, no. Labuschagne was when I was growing up. So under the old days, there were lines everywhere. In Springs, Afrikaans people lived on one side of the town, and English people lived on the other side. Petersfield was for Afrikaans people, Selkot was for English people, and Selection Park was like in-betweeners. People who could speak both languages, maybe. And so if you were Afrikaans, but you were in an English suburb, you would tend to anglicize your name. And so we had no days instead of Nordeers and Labuschanes instead of Labuskachnis. It started back then. Yeah, but so you can't say Labuskachni, eh?
There's a guy on the Australian cricket team at the moment.
Yeah.
His name is...
What's his name, Alistair?
The guy on the Australian cricket team is Dwarshuis.
What?
Dwarshuis.
Dwarshuis. That must be a delight for the Australians to pronounce.
When the Australians pronounce it, I've heard the commentators, it's Dwarshuis.
There we go. Sure. So hold on, but you can't say Labuskachni.
Amongst some other words.
I love this.
I understand when people get my name wrong, you know?
I'm okay with those sounds, but the clicks.
You know, there you are.
I can't do clicks. I got 1 click instead of 4, so everything just goes to.
Oh no, I'm really good with the clicks.
Are you?
Mobile.
The one that gets me is the front.
Numalo.
Come on, Alistair. Come on, old wank man.
I grew up in Natal, so,
There we go.
so I've got a little bit of I've got a little bit of the pronunciation. In fact, when I get into an Uber these days and I say the Uber driver's name properly, they just about throw a party in the car because I've said their name properly.
I got into an Uber today, and the security guards at the shopping center down the road speak French. They're from the DRC. So when I got into the Uber, I said goodbye to it's the only time in my life I get to go, au revoir. So every time I get into an Uber at Palm Court, I go, au revoir, and everyone goes, au revoir, and it's like I'm in France for a second. But I get into the cab, and then the taxi driver, the Uber driver, is French speaking as well, and he goes, bonjour monsieur, and I know enough to say bonjour et toi, and he goes très bien, and he starts going off in France, and then I'm going, I revert to Italian. I'm like, io parlo un pochettino italiano. She's French, I mean.
Oh my gosh!
What do you think the nicest? What do you think the most beautiful language in the world is?
French.
I think it's French. I love the sound of French.
I would agree with you, but only when it's for me, it's when it's translated in English and it becomes a flowery language, and the way they translate the language, that for me makes it beautiful.
Oh, when they talk in English with the French accent.
Yes. In English with that French accent and the beautifully flowery words, like appointment. Oh, yes,
I would like to make a simple thing like, I would like to make an appointment with you. has women falling at their knees.
Absolutely.
In French, they can say anything. They can talk about the dog turds in the garden, and if you don't know, you're like, oh wow.
But I will say, I'm not a fan of French cuisine.
Not?
No.
Onions.
I'm more Italian cuisine.
Yeah, French onion. What's at the basis of all French cuisine? Onion, carrots, and garlic, and then you build it from there. Yeah, I'd agree with you.
Not to talk about the what do they call the snails?
Escargot.
Escargot. It sounds so exciting, but
it's a snail. Yeah. Although I must say, and I tend to agree with you, I do think Italian cooking is more varied, for me at least, and exciting. But the best meal, if anybody ever asks me, the best meal I've ever had in my life was at a little restaurant in Marseille in France, about 4 roads away from the harbor. It had 8 seats in it, and it was this gay couple with a sausage dog that ran it. So there were these 2 screaming queens and a sausage dog. And I thought, this is the place for me. And I went in, and it turned out the chef had worked in a Michelin-star restaurant, and they were really, really good cooks, and they made a duck l'orange. You ever had a duck l'orange?
No, I don't do duck.
Not? Okay, well, it was a duck, and it was cooked in orange juice or something. It was very nice. My favorite meal ever. Dawn Stelfox is on board and says, hi to all, hope you're well. So does Patricia Holcomb. Patricia says he would be an excellent handyman. I'm guessing that's Alistair. Judah T says, and bye. Goodbye, Judah. Margaret Guider says, Alistair's like the Scarlet Pimpernel, either all the different things he's done. Including Gaahele, including riding all the way from Rustenburg to Johannesburg to see a girl, and he did it on a bicycle. He rode all the way from Rustenburg to Johannesburg on a bicycle to go see a lady. Yes, that's what he told us the first time.
Are you happily married to the lady?
No, don't ask about his marriage, because it gets more interesting. Alistair lives with his ex-wife.
Who is not the woman I rode all the way from Rustenburg.
No, it's not the same lady that he rode the bicycle, but they together.
Did Alistair ever go back to Rustenburg, or was he just held hostage here?
Oh, I did. I rode back 2 weeks later.
It was a successful date. 2 weeks later, she said, "Go home, man."
Go home.
Mandy says,
"Couldn't
"Please."
take my uniqueness.
Oh boy, it says please please add putting up with Tom's on your CV. I think that's for you, probably for Alistair as well. I think Tom needs to cut his hair live on the show. I tell you what, I'll do a live video when I cut my hair, seeing that it's so interesting. Bridget says, hi, Tom. Bridget from Vissenhof Coffee. Hi, Bridget. Good to have you on board. Hey, Bridget gave me a couple of packets of filter coffee, and she said, try them and tell me which one you like. And so I started with the breakfast blend, and I've been going through the different blends. And I'm not saying this because Bridget is on the show and she's from Vissenhof, and I got a couple of packets of coffee, but I got to tell you, the Vissenhof coffee has really done it for me. I really, really like the taste of Vissenhof coffee. It's awesome.
We'll go out and get some tomorrow.
Yeah, well, you give it a try, and then you tell me.
Yeah.
But I've been super impressed. My Auntie Bev I don't know if she still lives in Springs. Auntie Bev says, hi, Tom and all. Auntie Bev was our neighbor. She heard all of our family fights. She knew what was going on in our house better than anybody else because we were loud. When my mother and father had a fight, which was at the bedroom, which was next to Auntie Bev's kitchen, they would shout so loud that Auntie Bev could hear, and the Afrikaans people in Petersfield on the other side of town could hear as well. My parents had loud arguments. So Auntie Bev, I'm surprised Auntie Bev hasn't been damaged by all of it. There was probably 10 years of her being exposed to my family and our dysfunction.
I would suggest you be very nice to Auntie Bev. She knows all your family secrets.
Yeah, she does. Yeah. She does. All right. Hi, Auntie Bev. I love you lots, Auntie Bev. Oh, man. Carol Hall says, hello, Tom, Alistair, and Tonya, and everyone listening. Wendy Kutsia says, hello, everybody. Tutuli says, hello from the USA. Well, you can't just say hello from the USA. That's like saying I come from Soweto. Where, where in the USA do you come from? We need to know. Are you East Coast, West Coast? Are you sitting in the Rockies somewhere? Are you in the Midwest, in the Bible Belt? Where in the USA are you, Tutuli? Gaahele Mortensen says, continue upholding Tonya and Deirdre Curry daily in prayer. And I think that's why Tonya said she'll come back next week, because they'll have more information and we can talk about it a little more, if her mom wants us to talk about it, of course. Yeah. Lillian Kralin says, hi. Patricia Holcomb says, I can't believe it's almost a year. Neither can I. A year ago when I came out of theater, I was like, all right, as soon as you're up and running, you go make some money, boy. And then this morning I got up and I said, as soon as you're up and running, you go make some money, boy. And then afterwards I went, I can't believe it's been a year. So, yeah, me too. Margaret Guider says the flu is taking us out, Lila. I believe flu and rotavirus. I saw some doctor on Facebook saying, he's from Pretoria, and he was saying there's a rotavirus going around at the moment. I was like, what's a rotavirus? And then they put the captions up on the screen, 3 to 5 days of diarrhea, and then like 4 days of coughing. And it's like, oh no, you do not want the rotavirus, whatever that is.
Really? What? Where is all this stuff happening? Because I don't see it.
Because it hasn't reached Primrose Hill yet. It hasn't got to Germiston yet. Tina Turner's still waiting to get to Germiston, and so is the rotavirus. Hang on a little while, and Simply the Best will be a hit there soon.
Tell me, Tom, if you had to pick a virus, right?
Yeah, if I had to pick a virus.
Yeah, if you had to pick a virus, what virus would you pick?
You need to team up with Viv for Mark, because she came on the show and asked us all who our favorite serial killer was. It's a similar question. What virus would I pick? I don't know. I'm going to throw that question out there. What would you pick?
What would I pick?
Yeah.
I would definitely pick influenza. That's a clever one. Yeah, I'm gonna go with you. I'll do influenza with you. You know which one I would even pick, Tom? Because I'm a survivor. I would even pick COVID.
Yes.
Because I survived it. I know I'm strong enough now
to get through it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Alistair, any particular virus that you've got an affection for?
I would also pick COVID.
We all want it.
Only because this very morning, I was thinking to myself, how has COVID changed our lives?
It's battered us. It's battered us.
Yeah.
It's battered us. Oh wow! Okay, so for the first time ever on I think on any broadcast in the world, we have two people who wish for COVID. I mean, who would think?
If push comes to shove, if I had to pick between a gun and a virus,
I'll go with the virus.
COVID.
Okay, I'll go with COVID as well.
We've got the Russian spies walking around with a little syringe in their hands going, "Spread the virus for you."
Yeah, put it in your system and reprogram your DNA. Una Gaida says that's why I said stay inside. I was at the doctor today and it's insane. We're not reliving last year, please. Apparently it's all over. But you see, for us hermits, I'm a hermit and you're probably a hermit as well. That's why when you say I don't know about it, it's because you and I we might meet 2 or 3 people in a whole week.
Yeah.
Most people go out there and they're exposed to hundreds of people in a day in their daily lives. But Alistair and I
think personally, I think the biggest breeding ground for these viruses is nursery school.
Yeah, amen, hallelujah. Yeah, my brother had a nursery school. Every time I went to visit him, I'd come back with some exotic bug.
May I take this opportunity?
Yes.
To encourage people out there that if they just use water and soap, that they could avoid a whole host of illness on a regular. I think that's
I knew we were in trouble as a country when the president was trying to teach us how to wash our hands.
And eat garlic.
I knew. And you know what? Everyone said, oh, why is he being so stupid? He wasn't being stupid. Somebody at the health department told him, we don't wash our hands in South Africa, and you need to tell the country. So the president had to come on like our father and say, don't forget and sing happy birthday while you're doing it so that you wash your hands for long enough. Because South Africans South Africans go to the loo, come out without washing their hands, eat their food.
We just trust each other.
South Africa, we are not the greatest hand washers.
Remember the blindfold, the mask that went over his face.
When the president couldn't put the mask on, that's when I really started worrying about. That's when I started. Forget America and Trump, and that's when I started worrying about our country. I think we've got Americans on board today out of the USA. Hoofinit Truckin', that sounds like an American handle. Where you from? Says Hoofinit Truckin'. We're from South Africa. Right at the bottom, you've got to explain to. Well, some Americans can point out South Africa on a map, and I'm not being facetious here because I actually went to school for a little while in the United States, in Laguna Niguel in California, in Orange County, and then in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. And in both schools, I had to point out to my geography teacher where South Africa was on the map, because the focus in America is on American history more than world history, where with us it's the other way around, really. And so, we're at the southern tip of Africa in South Africa. I'm in Johannesburg. Gaahele is east of Johannesburg. Yeah, it's at the bottom of the map. But go past Texas, go past the real South. It's South Carolina. It's not there. You go further south than North Carolina, and then you go all the way down to the bottom of Africa, and then you find us. This little country right at the end of the world, basically.
But we're not so little if we already have 2 countries within us as well.
No,
so
I know.
Like a phenomenon. Yeah. How amazing is that?
Yeah, we're pretty much like California.
2 countries.
Yeah, because we've got lots of foreigners in our country. I think that's where Gaahele was going with it. Is that where you were going?
No.
Where were you going? I went the wrong way.
No. I was just saying that we, as a country, we have 2 others that are embedded in us. That's like a very
you're talking about Swazi, the landlocked countries. We've got 2. It's like, can you imagine having America and then you have 2 little countries in America? Like, let's say Iowa was a country and then Idaho or something. So that's what it's like here. We've got Lesotho, or as you would say in America, Lesotho. And then we've got Eswatini, or Swaziland, as you would know it in America.
Yeah, hang on.
And by the way, the Swazi king has got a better jet than Air Force One. You know, I don't know if you've seen King Mswati's jet. Have you seen it?
No, I have not seen. I've not been to his jet, but I have seen his wife's.
Okay, well, you know how every couple of months the government tells us that our plane, is it Zinkwazi or Inkwazi? I think it's Inkwazi, our presidential plane. Every now and then the government tells us, the plane's not very good. It's old, and we don't know. We need to buy another plane for our president. And I'm always like, that's a 737 BBJ, and it's younger than the FlySAF airplanes that are flying like 10 times a day. So there's no reason why that plane should be old or not work or whatever. But I think it's because of King Mswati's plane, because he's got an Airbus A340, which is what we use for SA8 with the 4 engines, longer than a 747, longer than an Airbus 380. So I think that we got to feel, I mean, it can't be that good when South Africa flies to Swaziland and our little 737 pulls up behind King Mswati's massive Airbus A340.
Not only a head of state, he is a king. He must always arrive in style. How dare any other heads of state on Africa have a bigger plane than him?
Exactly. You know, I cooked his oxen in his backyard for his birthday in 1994. Haven't I told you the story?
I did not.
Yeah, well,
that one, and I know you've told me lots of stories.
Well, it starts in a pizza shop called Pizza Palace in Selkirk Springs, back when I was unemployed at 19 years old. And I really didn't want a job because I used to go to my mom's purse and take 20 Rand out of it. And then I'd go to the Pizza Palace, and in those days, like $20 was enough to get a pizza and then get a movie from the video shop. And I was like, as long as my mom kept giving me 20 Rand, I didn't need to get a job. But she ran around and told all her friends that I was unemployed. So wherever I went in Springs, people would go, "Oh, you're Anne's son." And I'd go, "Yes." And they'd go, "Oh, shame, you still haven't found a job." And I would feel terrible. That was her way of getting me to get a job. And then the one day I went into the shop and there was a lady there, and she said, "Oh, are you Anne's son?" And I said, "Yeah." And she said, "Oh, your mom said you're desperately looking for a job." And I said, "Yes." And she said, "Oh, I'll give you a job. You can come work at my catering company. We do split price. I'll pay you $50 a day." And I thought, wow, that's enough to keep me going 2 days, movies and pizzas. So I was in. And then I said, "When do I come to work?" And she said, "Come tomorrow at 5. And I thought 5 in the afternoon is a weird time to start working. But it turned out it was 5 a.m., which was beyond me. Yeah, beyond me. I was 9 for 5. And so the next day I went and joined a company. I worked for Stuart and Shelley Longmore for years. Even when I worked on radio, I was this famous radio presenter, and every now and then Shelley would say, "Can you do a function with 200?" And I'd stand there and I'd carve the meat. "Would you like from the ribs, ma'am?" Because I loved them so much. But the treat for everyone on the team at this business was in April, we all went down to Mbabane and stayed at a place called the Mountain Inn, and then we would cook. One person would cook King Mswati's ceremonial cows for his birthday, and then all the other people, would, about 30 or 40 spitbriars, would cook meat for the people who from Swaziland. I think your surname must be Dlamini, because then you're part of that. Oh, yes. Then you can come along, and then you get free meat and beer, and thousands of people come and celebrate the birthday. But those people aren't allowed in the palace grounds; they have to party outside. Inside are all the dignitaries. And
so, may I ask a quick question?
Yes.
Where are the virgins?
I don't know if there are many left in.
Are the virgins in there?
See, I got confused because I'm going to confess, right? I'll confess. I've never said this lie. I'm going to confess. I'm not a beer drinker, but when it's the King of Swaziland's birthday, I'll make an exception. So. I was, it takes a long time to cook 2 fat cows because they were very big cows. They didn't choose the skinny ones, and I had 2 fat cows on spits, and they kept falling off. We had to keep welding the rods, and we started at like 3 in the afternoon and went through the whole night. I didn't sleep the whole night. I was cooking the cows and burning the hair off. I had no eyebrows left. My eyelashes were gone. The hair on my arms, it was all gone from the fire. But I didn't mind so much because I just kept going on, Zamalex, and I was down in beer after beer after beer. And then all of a sudden, at like 8 o'clock in the morning, ladies started coming out of nowhere and ululating. And then the king came down the steps. I was standing with a Carling Black Label in my hand at the time, and I thought, this is deeply inappropriate. So I put the beer on the ground, and then I saw people hit the ground. Like they didn't only bow, they were on the ground. And I thought, I better do the same. So I was on the ground, trying not to knock over the Carling Black Label. And then I realized it was only the ladies who were on the ground. The men were standing, and I was the only man lying on the ground in front of King Mswati on his birthday. True's Bob, as they say in Springs. Yeah, that's my King Mswati story. I cooked. His birthday's on the 19th of April.
Out of all that beauty and grandeur, in Mbabane, you could not bring us one makoti from Eswatini, from the royal household.
No, you know what happened? The story gets worse because we were in this is a week before the 94 elections in South Africa. Can you imagine the time? South Africa is 7 days away from changing completely. Swaziland has already changed. So the hotel we're in, people of all races are in the bar chatting to each other. It's like being in a different country. It's like being overseas. And I was making friends with everybody. And then I didn't realize, because I was only 19 or whatever, I was very naive. I didn't realize I was making friends with ladies of the night. But they weren't telling me that they didn't tell me that they were ladies of the night. I mean, looking back now, it makes sense they were hanging around in the bar looking to pick up some guys, but I didn't know.
At least you would have been a good provider.
No. I was accused of not being because I thought we were all friends. You see, I thought I was just with friends, and then they said we must all go to a club afterwards and go dance, and I was like, cool, I'm in. And so I jumped into a taxi with a random person and went off to a club in the middle of nowhere. And then my drink got spiked. And so I found myself clutching a bathroom basin, splashing water on my face, wondering what the right thing to do is. And I thought it would be to run, which I did. I ran out of this place with a lot of ladies of the night chasing me and their pimps. And I ran across this gravel parking lot to a taxi, which in those days were old Mazda 323s. And I jumped in the back of the Mazda 323, and there were two guys in the front, and I said, take me to the Mountain Inn, quickly. And they said 25 Rand, and I only had 20 bucks on me. So there was a bit of a negotiation, and then eventually, and all the time, the bouncers and the ladies of the night and their people were coming along to try and grab me or whatever they were going to do with me. And so they were getting closer to the car, and I'm going, please go. And then the guy in the passenger seat said to the guy in the driver's seat, okay, put the car in first and let the clutch out slowly. And I thought, what? and we went out the parking lot on the world's most dangerous road back to the Mountain Inn. And that was my whole Swaziland experience. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You know where those 323s are now, Tom?
No.
They're in Kwatakeli in Hart Bay doing cockroach runs.
Really? They're in the Cape? 323s? Master 323s?
Yeah, all the little taxis in Kwatakeli and Hart Bay are little 323s and Toyota Corolla.
It's funny. It's funny how in one area you can have a particular type of vehicle that dominates. Like for many years, in Daveyton on the East Rand, Valiants were the cars that were used as the taxis, old American cars. Now you tell me 323s in the Western Cape there, and I was in Eersterus a little while back, and there they've got tuk-tuks, not like the Bajajes that we use for bolts, like proper tuk-tuks. All sorts of different colors. Thousands of tuk-tuks driving around the suburb. And I'm like, where did all these tuk-tuks? Now they take people around. And so it's like funny. You can go into one part of South Africa and it looks on the roads completely different to another part. It's always astounded me. Anyway, shall we see what people have got to say in the comments? Yeah, let's see what people have got to say in the comments. August is the busiest month for the doctors. That's when they rub their hands because they're starting to get their skiing money together for Switzerland for the end of the year. Yes. Yeah. Like Stan Katz says, I wanted to be a doctor, but I couldn't stand the sight of money. Oh, yes. Air fryer is the best invention ever. You're looking a lot better today, Tom. As opposed to what?
As opposed to a year ago.
Oh. As opposed to like last week. No. I would probably do. Anyway, I love cooking and can cook. No air fryer for me. You see, those of us who feel we can cook, we will not lower ourselves to air fryer level.
Well, I love cooking, but I love the air fryer.
All right. I still got to be convinced. Although I will say, fried chicken in an air fryer crisps up really. I'll give you that. It crisps up really nicely.
And also with an air fryer, you don't need to add oil to your food, so that makes it a hot.
You live an extra 5 years. You get to hang on at 95.
You think? There we go. Well, I mean, I know I'm going to make it to 95.
You get to live so old that when you pass on, people say it was a blessing. You have to be really old to get that. So it doesn't happen when you're our age or you're young. No one says it's a blessing. But 99, there you go. Everyone goes, oh, it was a blessing.
It was a blessing.
There's, do you know, come on, Blondie McKenna's daughter.
Yes, I see her.
The actress.
What's her name?
And I can remember all the sisters' names now. Latoya, Khonsi, and
Latoya. That is her, Latoya.
Latoya McKenna? No.
Yes, that's her.
No,
That's
I got
her.
the name wrong. Surely.
The short
It is
little
Latoya.
lady.
Latoya.
Yes.
He was dating Lebo Keswa for a while. That whole story.
Yes.
Okay, Latoya.
Yes.
Latoya's
Yes.
granny is, I think, 106. Either 103 or 106. I saw her put a post up the other day because I've known Latoya since she was a kid. Known her dad and the family, and I remember. I think I met the granny when she was 101 or 102, somewhere around there. And you know, and perfect, hey? Perfect. No, you can say hi. How are you? Perfect hearing, perfect brain. Okay, she's 102. She doesn't run. But she's fine. She gets up and moseys around the house and does her thing and cooks. And can you imagine being 103? I think it was either 103 or 106, like a crazy age. You reckon you're going to live to? How old do you reckon you're going to live to?
I'm guaranteed a minimum of living up to 80.
Who guaranteed? Who guaranteed?
Without a doubt.
What? You just
If
your
nobody
genes?
shoots me, stabs me, I am going to make it to 80. Here we come. And then from there, all I would have to do, obviously, is cook my food in the air fryer, take my medicine.
Yeah, it won't be hard.
exercise.
Take your tablets in the morning and pop the chicken and some veggies in the air fryer, and you're good to go.
And there we go.
Well, I'm taking it to. From the sound of things, you're going to be living alone. It sounds like you're going to be on your own. I keep saying to Tanya, we've made a big mistake in our lives not getting married and having children and stuff because she hasn't got kids. Who's going to look after us when we're older? Tanya and I are trying to work on a retirement plan where we can share a house or something and have somebody wipe our backsides in the morning.
I want to go to the old age home.
Do you?
Yes.
Like
Think about it.
Golden Acres. Shady Pines.
You're with your peers, my other old people. Here we are together. I'm with my people that time. So I wouldn't mind going to an old age home. I think in my mind I've prepped for an old age home because
really?
I'm with my people. We're all pooping on the diapers.
I used to think, no, I don't ever want to go to an old age home. Now we don't call them old age homes. Now they're retirement villages. They're much better. But the older I get, the more I start to agree with you. Like, yeah, put me with all the other old people and feed me. Just give me food and let me have a TV with lots of volume and I'll be fine. I think and ice cream.
100 mate.
Yeah, and some ice cream and I'm good. Eh? All right, Glynis loves her air fryer. Joyce says, hi, everybody. Tanya Curry, what are you doing in the comment section? I thought you were scuba diving. Hillary Carty says, you must get one, Tom. Tanya says, air fryer is just a small oven and it's wicked. It's the best thing ever. This is very weird talking to Tanya via the comments section when she's normally on screen. Air fryers are the best. Can do a full meal in 15 to 20 minutes. Voila! Think how much time you can save per day. I prefer the oven, says Patricia. I'm with you. I'm old school, Pat. Anita says, yay, Tanya Curry's here. Hello, Tanya. Everyone's saying hi to Ton. Gwen Sanders just joined us from Australia. Glenda says, how's your mom doing, Tanya? We'll talk about that on Tuesday. Carol Hall says, Tom, air fryers save you a stack of money compared to an oven. If you don't use the oil, it's healthier for one. You see, I'm spoiled because the property that I've got rent here has got free electricity from the sun. So when the rest of you have load shedding and stuff, I can put the oven on. I don't worry about that.
Tom, in my area, not to upstage you or anything.
Well, you know,
but in
Weltevreden
my
Park
area-
is called Weltevreden Dark because there's never
We
any.
don't have such a thing.
What? You don't have electricity?
No, load shedding.
Load shedding. Oh, because you've got that power station down the road near the airport.
Right here.
Do you know who owns that power station?
No, tell us who.
I think that's the only independent power station in South Africa. I think it's owned, I'm subject to correction, but I think it's owned by the city of Joburg and Investec Bank.
Oh, wow.
It's not a very big power station, but I think
But it
that's
serves us so well. Let me tell you, we are so happy here.
Where, in Edenvale? I spent a few years
yes.
in Edenvale. Edenvale's okay. I like them. Yeah?
We have a problem with our wiring in this part of town because every now and again,
It's the Zamazamas.
two people have got posters or grillers on, and the next door neighbour's lights go out because there's too much power.
Too much for Germiston. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Sorry, man. The best thing ever, I cook oxtail in it. It's fantastic, says Sharon. Oxtail in a air fryer?
Yeah.
What? Air fryer and one pots are fabulous. Are those like crock pots? What we used to call a crock pot?
Yes.
I do like those, yeah. Elaine Barney says, hi, everyone. I've already gone to the dark side. I've got an air fryer, and I use it every day for cooking. However, I still use a regular oven for baking. Anita says, I bought an air fryer a couple of years ago. I even bought an air fryer recipe book. Did not fancy any of the recipes. I've used it twice to make chips. They were nothing like my double fried chips. You can't double fry. You can't double air fry chips, you see. We're not going to ask Anita how her arteries are. Mandy Wilson says, hello, Tanya. Air fryers are so nice and less oil. A lot of people love air fryers. Hey, Hillary says it's cheaper to use an air fryer, Tom, especially if you live alone. Okay, you see, I don't know that. She's not diving, Tom. I know. She's probably just come back. No, stick with the Kurt Cobain. You see, the hairstyle starts coming up. Stick with the Kurt Cobain look. Oh, boy. Cannot believe it's been a year since your health issue. Where has this gone? I don't know. Oh, the wind was too rough for diving, according to Tanya. Gee, now what? We don't have an extra spot to put Tanya on. All right, but she'll probably tell me she hasn't got her makeup and this and that and blah, blah, blah. All right, so everyone is... Okay, there was a whole time where everyone on board was trying to learn your name, and it looks like they've kind of got it right now, all right? Don't cut your hair. Where is this hair thing? Every show, I don't even have to talk about it. Every show, cut your hair, Tom. Don't cut your hair, Tom. Every show. Gwen says, hi, Gaahele. Welcome to the crazy group. She'll fit right in. Yeah, I've told a few stories. You don't want Gaahele to start telling some of her stories. You will be shocked at what she can get up to. You will be shocked. You will be shocked.
Don't let the cat out.
No, I won't. I mean, some of them, I don't know if I can. You will be shocked. The Afrikaners get very fed up when you mess their names up. I think most South Africans get upset when you get there. But if you live in South Africa, there's no ways, no matter who you are, that you can get through a lifetime in South Africa without people messing your name up. There's no way. Someone is going to, no matter what your name is, your name can be John, someone will call you John. Your name can be, I can use Thomas, I've been called Thomas, Tom, Timothy, I've been called a million different things.
Where I come from, right, depending on your name, so your name might be Tabo, for example.
Yeah.
But no one will call you by your name, Tabo. We're going to call you Tibotach.
You've got to give you a new name.
My sister's full name is Ki Itumets. No one calls her by that name. She's automatically Tumi. As soon as they say Ki Itumets, she's a Tumi. It's like crazy. Okay, weird. And Alistair... now she's a Kate.
Alistair, oh really? Is she a Kate now? She's stepping on up. She's living in the suburbs now.
Now she's a Kate.
Alistair remains Alistair. Although people do call you Ali, hey? Ali. People call you Ali.
Yeah, I've been called Ali all my life. When I get called Alistair, it's like my mother saying, Alistair, what are you doing?
Yeah. Mandy says the Irish accent is the best. My mother used to love the Irish accent. Ireland.
I love the Irish.
I love the Irish accent.
I love the Irish.
Oh, look, someone's got your whole name right there. Gaahele Mokoro. Tammy Singh. Oh, well, you know Tammy Singh because you worked together.
Hi, Tammy.
It took me putting Gaahele on the show to get Tammy Singh back because she's been working instead of watching the show. It's disastrous.
Absolutely. Tammy's such a hard worker. I hope that you have her on your show as well because
we will.
They will blow your mind with some of the technology that they've invented out here.
What technology has Tammy Singh invented?
Well, Tammy works alongside her sister Samantha, and they have created an AI, right?
Yeah.
So you are so perfect for this AI, Tom, because remember back in your day, Ali, are you with us?
That is
So back in the day, right? Your boss would come over.
I said to Tonya, I'm going to put Gaahele on with Alistair. You've got to watch. All right. So back in my day, not in Alistair's day. Yeah.
Yeah. So your boss would come in huff and puff. Your boss would come in huff and puff and say, "Hey, I need you to put together a 6-month report on 1, 2, and 3 for the last 6 months and give me a 12-month projection on this new product." And then poor Tom London.
He goes, I don't even know how to switch the computer on. Yes.
You know, you'd have to go to Auntie Sally over there and ask Auntie Sally to pull these stats for you. And then you'd have to go to Uncle Dave and say, "Hey, Uncle Dave, won't you please give me this information?" And then after weeks and weeks...
How did you know my aunt's name was Sally and my uncle's name was Dave?
I listen. I pay attention. And then you would sit at your desk and then you scratch your head around, you know, wondering, what am I going to do? Where do I start? Where do I finish? So Samantha and Tammy Singh, they've got this new product called Satori. So you plug it into your database, into your organization's database, and within seconds you've already got information.
Got all the reports and the infos and graphs and stuff like that you need. I like
at a snap of a finger.
I know people say they don't like this as taking over the world. I like it. I'm a big fan of Grok as well. I'm always asking Grok for stuff. Yesterday, I asked Grok to find me caravans in the Johannesburg area for under a certain price. And the next thing, there were I didn't know there were so many caravans for sale under 40 grand.
What are you doing with the caravan?
Well, I hope to go camping with a lady maybe, and we can do things in the caravan, like cook in an air fryer maybe, hook up an air fryer and like cook some chicken. I don't know. What do you do? Some people have fantasies about yachts and things. I got caravan fantasies. I got camping and I got camping and caravan.
I've heard it called a lot of things before, but never caravanning with an air fryer.
I want to challenge you, Tom.
Yeah.
Next year, let's go to bushfire in Eswatini.
What is bushfire?
You know, I'm shocked you're asking me what is bushfire.
Is it a festival? Is it a festival?
Yeah, it's a 3-day festival.
No, I don't do festivals.
It attracts all sorts of people from all over the world.
No, I know. It's
China,
people that come and say they take LSD and acid and they listen to trance music and stuff, and it gets muddy from all the blood and the alcohol that falls on the floor.
No, this one, they just...
Okay, look, as long as it's not muddy. And so you reckon,
No,
and what, I take my caravan there? I buy a caravan
Yes.
can you take your caravan to the festival?
You can. There's a whole camping site, so we can go and glamp in
that's
Eswatini
that's
while we're-
fantastic. All right, okay, I'm in. So off to Eswatini for bushfire in a caravan. You see, that
Why don't we
excites...
do Africa Burn for that sake?
No, that's very sandy. I've seen that. It's too sandy for me. There's way too much sand. I'm going to get dusty. And ask Tonya. I've got a thing about sand.
Yeah.
So I don't want the sand story of Africa Burn. I think after a while, looking at freaky people with horns coming out their heads and also makeup, it would just drive me nuts. And then at the end of all, they burn it all. I'm like, no. I've thought about Africa Burn, but it's not for me. It's way too sandy and muddy and nah.
Well, don't worry about about that with bushfire. It's on a grass area.
A
There's
grass
a
is
lot of
okay. Grass is fine.
It's literally the temperature so nice and warm.
Okay. All right. You see, so that's what I want to. Alistair wants to know what I want a caravan for. So I can do things like that. I can say, right, we're going to do a big trip to bushfire, and I, you know, it's so hard to impress ladies in this world today. You've got to have a Bugatti Veyron or something to impress anyone nowadays. But you know, even the billionaires that I've known in my life, none of them have got Caravan 6s. Not one of them. So I reckon I'd be quite unique. I'd be standing out with the ladies if I said, hey, I know you're accustomed to the Bentleys, but have you ever been in the bush in a gypsy, in a Jurgens? Have you know, I think that would be irresistible. If I was a lady, I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to give that a try.
Take off in this here caravan.
Yeah, let's come caravan with me. I think it's a great...
I think that's a really good proposal. There's something called a hobosexual, right? Just be careful with your caravan. You do not attract hobosexuals.
Which is what the ladies with dirty feet underneath, the ones with the dirty underneath feet?
No, the ladies or the people that are always looking for a home to stay in. And I tell you, that caravan, if I was homosexual.
We'll leave that up to B.I. Pagati.
Oh, no, I thought I was going to go. My plan was to go and tow it to Morningside Shopping Centre at Synod Naked Coffee and see if I could look out there. Have you ever seen? You've seen Ferraris in that parking lot, but you've never seen a Caravan 6, baby. Look at, stop it, you Santon people. You grew up in caravans. None of you grew up in Santon, you liars.
There's a caravan kind of holiday home in Grabouw area in the Cape.
See?
Where they've got airstreams up in trees or something.
Yeah. I've got all sorts of ideas to go to like Sutherland and park in the middle of the desert and look at the stars. I'm a romantic guy. Margaret says, hey, Tom, those are my pals, the French-speaking parking attendants. French, the best language. Australian, best accent. Really?
I agree.
What, the Australian accent?
I love it.
You love the Australian? Really?
Absolutely love the Australian accent.
I had an Australian girlfriend for one night. And
Are you sure she was your girlfriend?
It wasn't a girlfriend, Tom. I hate to tell you.
Well, she was an Australian gymnast, actually. Anyway, and that was what I battled with was, come over here. No, I don't want to. Come and join me on
How about the Russian accent?
Russian? I think Russian's okay. It's quite aggressive on a lady. Tom.
That's what I'm thinking.
Tom, you will.
Over here.
You will marry me now. You will marry me now.
They're talking backwards, you know.
The Russians, yeah, I don't. But the Australians, like, come and lie on the bed with me over here. No, rather speak French. Parlez-vous français? Yes, I'm on my way.
Whatever you say.
Whatever you want. Let me show you. Let me show you my caravan. Stop it. See, Sanson bastards. Okay, all right. I love chatting with our local car guards. Debbie Illeveld is laughing. That's good. My surname is pronounced in many ways, and my maiden name was Hagen Watson, which my brother's very proud of because in those days not many surnames or double-barreled surnames, I guess. That's Heather Kozakiewicz. Wendy Kutsia says Italian is the best. Accents. I had an Italian girlfriend 20 years. They shout the best. The Italians, if they're shouting at you in Italian, it's the best. They've got words that come. And when you ask them what it means, you will die of it's when the Italians swear, they swear. They've got a swear word sophistication that is above anything else on earth. They drag everyone into it. They drag saints and...
Have you heard
Yeah?
A Xhosa woman swearing. Have you heard a woman from the Eastern Cape, an original Xhosa, ex-Xhosa, giving swear words? Oh my God. That's it.
Yes.
Yeah. Those that can translate in the comments. Yeah.
There was a lovely video out this morning about a coloured woman in the Cape telling a taxi driver exactly where to get off.
Oh, I didn't see that one. All right, you'll have to send it to me. Okay. Alistair lives, Mandy says, Alistair lives on Primrose Hill with his ex-wife and his air fryer. Some say it's the only relationship in the house that's still hot and crispy. This is Mandy Wilson's on top form today.
I think he needs a bandyism.
You see that? Unas loves the Russian accent, mysterious and firm. Except it's ruined. Like Vladimir Putin, Tonya, I don't know if I can say Tonya likes him. So, okay, let me not say Tonya. But a lot of women say Vladimir Putin is so sexy. Oh, that man is so sexy. Yes, until you see him singing Blueberry Hill. Have you seen him do Blueberry Hill, the karaoke, when he got up and he sang Blueberry Hill?
No, but I'll definitely go look.
Go look for it. He sang Blueberry Hill some years back. He stands and he goes, I found my thrill on Blueberry Hill. And
that's a video worth watching, actually.
I promise you, go after the show. We're going to end now. You go look, search for Vladimir Putin, Blueberry Hill. Genuine video. It's not AI. You will see the flu virus, Alistair. It's on its way to you. Hook, line, and sinker. Flu. Everyone's saying flu. Oh, that's what they would choose. I would go for COVID. Got through that easy. Swine flu is the worst. I would pick laryngitis, says Belinda. I didn't know we'd get people picking their favorite viruses on the show today, but thanks to Gaahele Mokoro, we are. I would pick laryngitis, then I can be quiet even if I'm feeling loud. That's very clever. I'm a hermit. I love it. If I could pick a virus, I'd pick an internet virus, says Mandy. At least I'd finally go viral. Hey, hey! Oh, I'm called...
Like I said, bandyism's coming out big time today.
She's on fine form today. The Hermitage of Weltevreden Park. That's me, apparently, because I said I'm a hermit. Emily's also a hermit. She doesn't go anywhere. Me too. When people say, where's your favorite place in the world? I go, home. And then they go, what place would you really like to visit? And I go, Palm Court Super Spa. That's me. I don't want to go too far. Unless I got a caravan. Hey, then I'll take you to the moon and back.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna write a song. It's gonna be titled
Caravan.
In Tom's Caravan.
I think you must. I can't wait to hear this song. What else we got here? South Africans don't understand social distancing. We're a very social nation. Yeah, we can get right up into another person without any drama in this country. No drama at all.
They can assume all kinds of things about you.
Yeah. We was running a clinic. I was running a clinic in Ho Chi Minh City when bird flu came out. A couple of years later, went to run the clinic in Beijing. They had SARS flu. Back to Vietnam, but Hanoi had a swine flu outbreak. Moral of the story, keep clear of me as I seem to get followed by medical issues. This is Anita, number one. No, Anita, number two.
Number two. She's a lovely lady, that girl.
Okay, well, so Alistair talks to some of our viewers on the side. I don't know how many. I think he's got he's got a little black book.
Alistair a bit of a playboy?
I don't know. You'd have to ask him.
I wouldn't call it that.
Ladies, be careful of Mr. Alistair. He's got everyone's number.
There we go. You see? Pat's uncle said, I was born in Lesotho, brought up in Swaziland, best years of my life when I was young. Una's talking about our fighter jets. Gwen lived in Swaziland for 30 years. Love Eswatini. It's a beautiful country. The people are beautiful as well. What else we got here? Gwen lived near the Mbabane Club. Alistair, I've sent you an inbox on Messenger about a Suzuki Guinness Book of Records. Maybe you're interested. There we go. You check your inbox.
Yeah, I got it.
Thea Gates says, hi all, sorry I'm late. We're about to shut the show. Forrester's Arms Hotel in Mbabane was awesome. People coming up with all their memories of Swaziland or Eswatini. Sounds like my dad's type of adventures, except his are 10 times wilder, says Una. What, my caravan adventure? Oh, the one from Swaziland. Oh, there have been a lot of comments. Oh, but I have to go. All right. Well, thanks for the really happy hour today. I haven't laughed like this for a while. Baby hearts and enjoy the weekend, says Emily. I'm loving all the laughs. I've laughed so much this last hour, says Sally Tar. Thanks to you all. The Italians can knock you unconscious with their hands when they talk. Was nearly knocked out by one on the Italian-Swiss border. I like Vlad. Sue me, says Una. Love this Tom London show. Makes me laugh, says Sharon. And that's really what my mission was today. I said to Alistair, I've got no agenda. I just want to put 3 of us on air and let's have a laugh. So I hope you laughed and you've had fun, Mr. Jameson from Germiston.
I have, yes, sir.
Fantastic. And Gaahele,
educational.
That's good. You learned a few things and maybe a few
things, how to pronounce the one name Gaahele.
Yes, and how to air fry a pie. You learned that as well today.
No, I knew that last night. I'm talking about how to make a homemade pie.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, there we go. You got taught something. And I hope you enjoyed your time with us, Gaahele.
Absolutely. It was a fantastic time, and I hope that you'll have me back again. I love your viewers. I love the comments. And I learned quite a bit.
Well, I think we'll definitely have you back. What I've got to figure out how to get more people on the screen, but I'll work it out, and we'll have you back on the show. I promise you, if you're available.
I may have an idea for you.
All right, cool. You want to tell me now?
Contact me off air.
All right. Does this involve a caravan? No, it doesn't involve. It's not, okay.
Go inside the caravan so I can see the caravan, so I can be inspired.
All right, cool.
To write the song.
Okay.
In Tom's Caravan.
I didn't know you could write music. I didn't know you were a musician. Talk nonsense. It's a journalist, maybe. Okay, so everyone's thanking us for the laughs, and thank you for joining us on the show. So a number of people pressed the like button, a number of people pressed the heart button, and some people pressed the ha-ha button. We made no one cry and made no one angry today. We have failed. And if you press the heart button and the like and the ha-ha button, I thank you from the bottom of the soft heart of mine. And I want you to know that we are closer than friends. We are kin. We are family if you press that button. If you don't press that button, like an ex-girlfriend. But it's your choice. You can decide. I won't force you. And I think that's where we leave it today. So, Alistair Jameson in Germiston. Oh, hold on. You know what? We haven't even been to Suzuki, which is just crazy. Can we go to Suzuki quickly? Sips wants to show us something.
How's it, guys? This is Sips from Suzuki Rivonia. Today, I want to talk about why Suzuki customers are happy customers. Because your repayments are affordable, it frees up money for you. Those breakfast mimosas that you've been wanting to go for with your friends, that trip that you've been thinking about, your nails, your hair, all done. And because our Suzuki vehicles are so comfortable, they give you less stress on the road. Because of Suzuki's legendary low fuel consumption, that means you can go places. Go home, go see your friends, go somewhere new. So what are you waiting for? Join the Suzuki gang today. Come to Suzuki Rivonia and Suzuki Kailami, the home of happy customers.
Yeah, you get yourself to Suzuki Kailami or Suzuki Rivonia, the home of happy customers. Get yourself a Suzuki. You got a Suzuki? You got a Suzuki?
I do.
Is it? You like your Suzuki?
I love my Suzuki. Me and my Suzuki are whizzing everywhere. And my favorite part about my Suzuki, it's taught me to be a better driver. Let me tell you.
Really?
I constantly use my park assist. It's helping me not to bump into things unnecessarily.
Because the car you had before had a lot of dents in it.
I love that one even more. I love that one. Oh, wow. Don't remind me.
All right, well, okay, but that one was messed. That was beyond repair eventually. That car.
But it was a proper steel. It had a proper steel board. Like, oh my goodness, you should see me on the road.
No,
right?
tell me about the Suzuki. I want to know about the Suzuki. You love your Suzuki.
Yeah, so with the Suzuki, let me tell you, I get a lot more rands out of every kilometer.
See, that's
when
the
I'm
thing.
on the road.
That's the thing. That's the thing. That's the video we just watched where
Petrol
Sip
efficiency.
says you can spend that extra money on mimosas. I don't even know what a mimosa is, but I'm hoping someday someone will teach me. We can sip mimosas
Caravan.
in the caravan. Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. Okay. All right, let's say goodbye for real now. Alistair, what's that, Alistair?
So you're watching the stars in Sutherland.
Something like that. Watching the stars in Sutherland, sipping mimosas in the back of a Caravan 6. That's my kind of holiday. We're going to do things in that caravan you'll never tell anyone about. You'll keep them to yourself. From Germiston, on the top of the hill there with all the Zamazamas underneath him, the one and only Alistair Jameson.
Don't forget to make it a double.
And over on the East Rand, kind of East Rand. People from Edenvale say they're East Rand, but they're not really. They've got...
It's the lonely part of the East Rand.
Well, that's what the Benoni people think, but don't tell them that. Gaahele Mokgoro joins us on the show for the first time today. Thank you, Gaahele. Love you lots. She's amazing. All right, so I hope you enjoyed meeting Gaahele. I'm sure you'll meet more of her in the future, provided she wants to do more with us. That would be nice. And Tanya's back next week, I think. And and next week we're going to help a lady called Tani Mari. I haven't told you this yet, Alistair, but there's a lady in Krugersdorp. I think she's in her 80s. She's really battling. She got a daughter she's looking after. The daughter's not well, and Tani Mari's running out of food. And I was chatting to a lady who's helping him at the moment, and I thought maybe next week we can meet Tani Mari and we raise a little bit of money and stock up her kitchen so that she's got some food in her house. And we can do that. It's month end. We do a good deed next week. What do you think? You in?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I mean,
Next week we help Tani Mari. We'll put our rands together and we'll fill Tani Mari's fridge and her cupboard so she doesn't have to worry about food. But you join us for the show next week. Tuesday, 3 o'clock is the time, or Thursday, 3 o'clock is the time we go live. Thank you for joining me. I'll go through all the messages after the show. Thanks for pressing the like, the heart, the ha-ha buttons. And thank you, most of all, for pressing the play button and being part of the show. I'm Tom London, and this show is brought to you by Suzuki Kyalami, the home of happy customers.
tell them Tom Singh.